Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays Enter the Gungeon. We're starting as the pilot on the first floor here. Originally I did like a whole little spiel when we got started in the breach, and then 45 seconds into the recording, literally just before I walked into the first room, I heard like a sound. And I know that sounds like the world's best impression of an uneven load of towels loaded into a clothes dryer. But actually, it was my wonderful cat, man's best friend, trying to lick old soup out of a recyclable container that we had in our recycling bin in our apartment. So I put a stop to that real fast. I said, no cat, I'm saving that for later. That's the essence of recycling. Reduce, reuse, I'm not gonna eat the old soup. I just don't think the cat should eat the old soup. You know, if we can be a little bit educating here. Educational, I suppose, is the word that's often used in that context. Cats are extremely allergic to many things that may appear in soup. For example, all elements of the onion family, including garlic, onions of course, shallots, green onions, aka scallions, and also onion powder and garlic powder. So, you know, these are pretty common ingredients in a soup. Onion is part of the classic mirepoix, aka the base of all soups in French cuisine. Even though it was a Moroccan soup, I don't know, we're getting into some, like, culinary colonialism. I have no knowledge of the, the end point or the start point of these ingredients, but anyway, you get the idea. Last episode we did pretty well, but we lost on the second phase of the Lich fight. It was actually a oh, that was dumb. It was a really strong run that I blew as a result of maybe being a little bit too eager to do that thorn stuff, and also we ran out of ammo, which was a pretty principal concern for us by the end of things, when we got to the point where we were basically like, I have no idea what I use on the boss because we don't have enough ammo to kill it with anything. But it was still a fun run, and it was actually, I mean that sincerely. You know, sometimes I've had winning runs that were a lot less fun than that one, where we could roll into almost any enemy, including jammed enemies, and just kill them. So what's our, flow chart here? What's our data flow diagram for how to finish the game here? Well, first off, definitely don't take damage against probably the easiest enemies in the game. I think that on this floor, we may want to, no matter what, open our weapon chest, or at least try. Depends maybe on our key situation, our money situation, and how our lockpicks end up shaking out for us, but I feel like we might as well try to get a weapon, give us a better chance of flawlessing the first boss. We should be able to buy a key, and we have a store discount. We also have a key vendor, though. Table Tech Rage I don't think is worth buying. Chest Vampirism, Chest Friendship. Chest Friendship is more chess. Ballot is coolness. I do feel like Ballot probably gives you at least one key over the course of the game. But, we'll have to see how our key situation shakes down. Alright, we're not getting into Map Man's room. I feel like that's the value of the lockpick, is if you're not killing it on keys, at least you can still try to, recoup some kind of investment, or some kind of reward from the, extra stuff you come across. Now, I feel like there's a little bit of a mathematical, aspect, an analytical aspect on a quantitative level to what item we take here. And it's actually a very interesting situation because we have, well, I don't really want to get that right now, but we'll see. We have not many keys, but we do have the ability to open a lot of chests in the future if the lockpick works 50% of the time, as we would expect it to do. So I don't know if we should buy Ring of Chest Friendship. Makes chests more likely to show up, even if they're locked. Every chest that shows up is basically an expected value of half of a chest. What is a key? A key is one chest expected value. We're definitely just gonna open this. Are we though? Yeah, we could buy a key, right? There's a key for sale back there. Alright, we get the camera, which is pretty good. I don't think we can find a secret room with it though. If we go back, we get a key. What the heck do we get with our key? Ring of Chest Friendship seems like the right call. Not Chest Vampirism, I think that would be a bad choice, but Ring of Chest Friendship seems like the right call to me if we can expect to get our... Ooh, a little dangerous there. If we can expect to get the lockpick to work for us, which might be a bit of a stretch. And I also don't know how many extra chests we're likely to get as a result of Ring of Chest Friendship. Like, we had it either last run or 2 runs ago, and I feel like it didn't really work out that incredibly for us. But it's so early that even if it provides us with the occasional chest, it seems very valuable. Or potentially more valuable than we're paying for it. But then again, you gotta look at something like... Wow, that was dangerous. You gotta look at something like the ballot and be like, how much is this worth? Well, this is worth keys, hearts, armor. Probably not a ton of them, but enough to maybe tip the scales in its favor. But we can only take 1 as a result of the fact that we did use our regular key to pick up the chest. And honestly, I think that ended up being an interesting... I don't like the fact that I needlessly used a blank there, but it's better, you know, better to do that than to not use a blank in a situation where you do need to use it. Plus, we still have 2 remaining. The Flawless is all important here. And the Flawless actually, well, not just the Flawless, but the boss fight in general, could really change things. We could get up to 2 key drops from the boss fight here. I apologize, I'm probably getting a little bit, you know, up my own ass about the analysis here, and that's annoying. Hey, talk more about, you know, Dr. Fraser Crane. Alright, well, what is there to say? All I'm saying is if you're a really good psychiatrist, why are you on the radio? It's a dying media. You should be on YouTube. Flame Hand. Not very good. Also, no keys. Disappointing. Just grab that. I guess Flame Hand, at the very least, provides us with the ability to find secret rooms. And we can use it to light enemies on fire. I mean, that's probably pretty implied in the name there, but I'm happy we got the Flawless, even though I really did not enjoy using that, Rogue Special or whatever it's called. Rogue Special, yeah. But then people are probably going to be like, that's actually the best starting item. And I'll be like, okay, I had no idea. So our other chest is going to contain a brown level gun, which I think means you definitely just don't hesitate to use the lockpick there. Was that a... No. I thought it was a crack in the wall. But it was not. Okay, we have broken 2 chests on this floor. Flame Hand, as you can see, an incredibly strong item. Almost capable of destroying chests. I don't even know what I want. If you can give me a key, that'd be beautiful. Alright, so you're basically buying an item. I think we'll try, like, a blank here. Do you buy... Ballot or Ring of Chest Friendship? I think you go Ring of Chest Friendship, and you go for it, basically. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't, but I think it has a very low risk of not doing good stuff for us. Will it be amazing? Possibly not, but I don't think it's going to be bad. I think it's not going to be bad anyway. But it's kind of a novel decision for me. 10 times out of 10, prior to, like, this week, I would have taken the ballot, so... Who knows if this is actually the right decision, the wrong decision, or if it's completely based on variance. So who knows. First floor done. You know what I'm going to say. We held up our end of the bargain. How's our run looking? 0 keys sucks. Our weapon loadout is pretty bad. But the camera is very ammo efficient. It's kind of like the Molotov launcher. So I am going to use that as a kind of a precursor to all of our room clearing abilities here. And I don't think it's going to be spectacular. We really need to pick up a good gun on this floor. And ideally, we'll be able to do so by getting a number of different chests. If we could get like 1 extra chest per floor as a result of this Ring of Chest Friendship, I would be over the moon. Which is an expression meaning I'd be happy. But honestly, if I was over the moon, I'd probably be like pretty scared, you know? It took me a long time to get over my... relative anxiety over, you know, air travel. Now when I get on, even if the airplane's going, you know, oh, what's that noise? Oh, it smells like industrial lubricant on this thing, you know, is that normal? Oh, is this hotter than normal? Is an engine on fire? Like, thankfully, you know, I'm mostly over that. That stuff doesn't bother me anymore. Even if the plane's got, you know, pretty severe turbulence, just another day at the office. But I don't think I'm there when it comes to, like, space travel yet. Also, how can you be over the moon? It raises all sorts of other metaphysical questions. Like, for example, we're in, like, 3-dimensional space. How can one be over the moon, so to speak? Alright, that was dumb. I'm actually just gonna sell Flame Hand. And they've given us 30 credits for that, which strikes me as pretty good. I'm not going to... Oh, Lord. I'm not going to purchase a key yet, because there's a chance we might not need to purchase a key. I'd say that chance is really low, but it does exist. So far, so good, honestly. Except for, like, literally taking damage against the game's weakest enemies. We've done a pretty solid job so far here. I imagine we're in for a second wave here. We will take advantage of the camera. Gotta admit, the Molotov launcher was maybe a little bit more impressive. But I really feel like we'd lose out on absolutely nothing. I thought that he was gonna die there. We lose out on absolutely nothing by selling the Flame Hand. In fact, I think we stand to gain quite a lot. I'm never gonna use that. The only time I would use that is to, you know, slightly speed up probably this boss fight. Hopefully just this boss fight. Is that worth the 30 credit opportunity cost? I don't think so, honestly. I don't think it's good enough to you know, lament, basically. And also, I'm trying to take better advantage of the junk salesman, and I think it's working out relatively well so far. You know, the fact that we can get a recoup on our investment for shitty guns is awesome. Like, if we spend a key, get a shitty gun, get 30 credits for it, then effectively, with our store discount, we've made money. Now, you can't take it with you. The whole point of Gungeon is not to, you know, have the most money in your Gungeon bank account at the end. But it does give you a much better chance of, or at least a marginally better chance of being able to buy better stuff in the future. Oh, it's a red chest. So, we will definitely get a key for this one. I was about to lockpick it. That could have been horrible. Save the lockpick for a little bit of a lower quality. Oh, it's a freaking mimic! Oh, this is terrible. But he did find the secret room. We may come close to death here. Well, I hate that we wasted a key on it. We gotta kill it, though. Even if it almost kills us. I think we gotta go for it. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, bet you wish you had the Flame Hand now, don't you? No, I do not wish I had the Flame Hand now. Okay, Alpha Bullet means that our first bullet fired is going to be stronger. Okay, we got a key out of it at least, so that's fine. Means that our first bullet fired is going to be stronger. I don't think it gives us much with the Rogue Special, but the idea, of course, is that later, maybe it will. You know, if we can get a weapon that only has one bullet in its magazine, that's ideal. So, honestly, the fact that we survived that boss fight is, or that, not boss fight, but that mimic fight is pretty impressive, I think. And we got plenty of HP to survive this floor and hopefully get, I don't want to fight the boss just yet. I want to get a weapon first. That's what I was going to say, actually, is hopefully, you know, not only get our HP back, but get a weapon sooner rather than later. So we should really make sure that the camera is fully reloaded before we enter each room. I think it just reloads automatically after you, like, finish one room. I'm not sure about that, though. It seems like sometimes you don't need to reload a gun if you go into another room. Like, maybe you automatically get a reload when you pass through a door or something. Anyway, my Gungeon sensei, Austin, told me that Alpha Bullets and Omega Bullets are ridiculously huge damage upgrades. Of course, you do need the right conditions to make them work. And we don't necessarily have them yet, but that's okay. This would be a great YV shrine. It's Isohedron Man. Scares me a little bit. Where the heck is our gun? Did we already... No, okay, there's another direction up here. The key setup is really dangerous here. I guess we'll see what the quality of our other chest is. We know it's going to have a gun in it. If it's a decent quality chest, I feel like you gotta take it. That was terrible on my part. If it's a decent quality chest, you gotta just take it with the key. But you could do lockpick key on the other chest. Or on the other potential chest, at least. Okay, 1.5 HP actually scares the crap out of me. Luckily, that guy just walked into the pit, so that's a good start for us. Luckily, this guy's dying basically one hit. Oh, that was solid. Okay, I don't really care about the ammo, although it's fine. But the blank pickup is super useful for this boss fight. Not just for flawless purposes, but potentially for survival as well, given that I'm at 1.5 HP. It's good enough to open, for sure. And it's not really... Oh, we've already found our secret room. That's got to be where we drop off the armor. Yeah, it's not really that good, but the fact that we have... the fact that we have alpha bullets might make it decent enough. And what do we got here? It's just the Gungeon. Great first shot, I'll tell you that much. Okay, see how these shots do. I mean, they're doing a ton of damage, actually. But it's also going to take us fucking ever to get the kill here. Each shot takes forever to reload. You know what? Why risk it? You need, like, faster reload speeds. Like, all things considered, I think that was kind of a shit haul for a green level gun, honestly. Now, it's somewhat ammo efficient. I will give you that. We've gotten a lot of mileage out of like 12 bullets so far, especially considering some of them have missed. And we do get some defensive bonuses, like, you know, the bullets are destroyed on impact, but still, I can't help but feel like we'd almost be as fast if we were just using our default pistol right now. But we did get the flawless, so I guess I shouldn't complain. Let's see what we got for keys. We got no keys. I think we got Gun Knight Helm, though, which is... It's okay. And we got the flawless. We got some extra armor. We've already found our secret room, so I guess we just quickly go back to the shop and we see if there's anything on this shop that we would like to purchase. I mean, I think the Aqua Dowser is basically useful. I don't think, or basically useless. I don't think the proximity mine does anything for us. I think we just head down to the next floor, and honestly, we're still rolling Camera Rogue Special, and that's like a serious fucking bummer. We could roll the bones, but I feel like I'm on a tenuous grasp on the reality of the situation right now, so I think I'm just not gonna roll the bones. I'm gonna say that for a second floor, it went fine. We got the flawless, we got alpha bullets, we didn't die fighting a mimic. So there's some stuff to be proud of on that floor, but I would really like, it doesn't have to be great, just like an okay room clearer. I know camera is considered, like I've had people send me power rankings, like the camera is the third best room clearer in the entire game. Look, you may indeed be correct about that, but I can't afford to use it as a primary weapon because it'll be out of ammo in like 5 rooms. I think it's great for softening enemies up, and I'll stand by that. But we need something that's capable of nuking them down a little faster. You know my room clearers of choice, you know, something like the Mine Cutter, something like the Heroin, the Mega Hands, preferably one of those later too. Because, to be honest with you, the Mine Cutter, although nice, is actually pretty ammo inefficient. Well, the ammo is efficient, but it burns up quickly. You know, a car can be fuel efficient if it gets a lot of distance out of its gas, but the tank might still empty in, you know, a temporally short amount of time, if you know what I mean. Depends on your definition of efficiency. The physical definition of efficiency is just, you know, work done per unit. But, oh god. That's alright, that's alright. Somehow we managed to stay level throughout that. Got a half heart back. Which is nice, we're still burning off that HP that we lost on the Mimic fight, honestly. There's sometimes when you just absolutely hate the fact that flawlesses work the way they do in Gungeon. And what I mean by that is, like, there's times where you're like, man, I really wish that armor, I mean, we want that, but I really wish that armor protected your red hearts. But then, keep in mind, in Isaac, you don't get the reward for a flawless, which I'm just equating to a deal with the devil in this case. If you've taken red heart damage on the floor. On the last floor, we took a fuck ton of red heart damage. Damage in general. We just didn't take any against the boss, So our earlier sins did not preclude us from having a good chance. That was terrible, by the way. I should be trying to stack up this armor. And I am, like, intellectually speaking, I am trying to stack up the armor. It just hasn't been working out too well. I've been making some pretty suboptimal dodges. Well, at least I know in this episode, for where we are in the game right now, there's not going to be a whole lot of people like, I can't believe he's on the 3rd floor and he's still using his default pistol. We sincerely have, like, basically no other options. The RPG will run out of ammo too quickly, and the camera, I think, is serving its purpose really well right now. Hopefully this is the floor where we pick up a weapon that actually, maybe gives us a better chance at doing something on the rooms. There's gotta be, I thought there was one more enemy here. Starting to do 2 camera charges per room. My thinking is, oh, I didn't mean to get, I actually meant to dodge around the door frame there, but oh well. My thinking is, we can use 1 charge and weaken enemies, or we can use 2 charges, further weaken enemies, but some of them will actually die. I think it's a fairly simple choice for me personally. Like that, for example, seemed pretty obvious. There's no question we are not going to fight our boss right away. It's basically I wouldn't say a death wish. I mean, we do still have the RPG with alpha bullets, but I don't think it's a very shrewd choice. I may just spam camera shots on this room, because I really don't want to deal with these enemies. But if they're close enough to die from, you know, 1 camera shot, they're probably close enough to just take, like, 2 rogue special shots and bite the dust. Oh, man. I know what you're thinking. Pull out the RPG for this. Somewhat sensible. I wouldn't dispute it. Okay, I do feel like an idiot for that, yes. Thought I could roll through the explosion. So the Excalibur is 2 levels of curse, and I have to admit, I don't know how to use it effectively. I don't know if it's a boss killer room clearer, but we can afford it. We also have the Hegemony Rifle, which is perhaps a competent room clearer that I'm gonna definitely try to take advantage of early here. Some kind of shrine. This is the ammo shrine. I feel like this is full-on due diligence. Like, let's go tackle every single room here in advance. I want to be at 6 HP when this floor ends. Okay, actually, the Excalibur, or not the Excalibur, the Hegemony Rifle seems quite potent as far as, like, a pairing item to use with the camera goes. The only issue right now seems to be that, its accuracy is somewhat poor, but... Okay, so what's gonna get ammo first? I think, honestly, it has to be the RPG. Half of a red heart. This is good. Even though we're using the camera, you know, fairly frequently. Why? Oh, it's not firing because I'm too close to the freaking wall. It's alright, just keep it up. I'm assuming, by the way, that the camera is working with alpha bullets. Let's just go for it. Oh my god, I mean, I can't really complain because I did shoot it knowing the, or I did lockpick it knowing the risks. But could we have like 1 lockpick work for us on this run, or is that just not feasible? Alright, I think you go for broke. I think you say, sure, 2 levels of curse, and you just buy the Excalibur and hope that it's capable of defeating this boss for us. But we'll open with an RPG, probably. And it is going to be the Treadnaught. If only the RPG didn't take literally 10,000 years to reload. If it, like, passively reloads itself, well, we're getting our business done down here, which it appeared to right there. It's a nice little, you know, support weapon for the average boss fight, I suppose. That was not very smart. Oh, what? I give up. You win this one, Gungeon. You got me. You nickeled me. You dimed me. And you've killed my morale this run. I'm gonna briefly allow myself to wallow in self-pity. And then we're gonna come back and we're gonna do our damnedest on this one. I swear to God, if there's any legitimate comments that say this is what you get for selling the flame hand, I'm gonna come to your house and I'm gonna speak to your parents and I'm gonna say what went wrong. You've gotta watch your kids online. They think the flame hand is a decent weapon, and then they're gonna burst into tears. Your mom's gonna be very disappointed. Okay, the eye patch. Hit harder less often. Lower rate of fire, higher damage. Now, I mean, I guess you take Excalibur ammo. Don't really need to buy HP, which I suppose I'm thankful for. We could buy more armor, but it's kind of like, who cares? So I think you got camera with almost half ammo, hegemony rifle. You head down to the 4th floor. I don't know, man. I'm looking at this run, and I'm thinking that this run's got an expiration date on it, and the expiration date is like 15 minutes from now. That's not... If I was at the grocery store, I wouldn't purchase that unless it was like, you know, 60% off or something like that. Guys are still going down pretty easily. The extra blank is all I needed to restore my hope on this run. Last run we had like the keys to the kingdom and it all went wrong. This run we got jack shit. Let's try to make it all go right. I would say that is actually worth the 4 camera shots. And believe me, I'm cognizant of the fact that we're going to be out of camera shots sooner rather than later, right? We are actually no longer immune to contact damage because we're not the bullet anymore, so prepare yourself for that. If only I had scope, the hegemony rifle would be so much better, but we don't. Keep in mind, we are getting one arm. Oh, this is a decent room for this purpose. Keep in mind we are getting, what I was going to say is 1 armor per floor. It raises the ceiling of this run a little bit at least. Excuse me. Camera hard counters this room pretty nicely. But we're going to be out of ammo real soon. Think we can hit him from this far away? I would be super... Oh, he's already dead! 8 ammo left. I gotta say, don't feel like the Ring of Chess friendship has really done quite as much for me as I had assumed that it would, or at least, you know, hoped that it would. A 4th blank. We've done okay about finding secret rooms, but they have mostly been by accident. Well, that was kind of a waste of Excalibur ammo. That's okay, though. Still no keys as well. You know you're in trouble when you got the lockpick and you still can't generate any dang keys. And I'm not talking about Danky Kang. I thought about using a blank, and I decided, you know what? 4 blanks is where we want to be for our boss fight. Or 5. I'll accept 5 as well. But I thought, like, let's not waste a blank here. We can still get more red hearts. We're kind of in, like, a shoot for the moon, and even if we miss, hopefully, dear God, we'll land amongst the stars sort of situation. Stand right next to an enemy. Still cannot hit them. The hegemony rifle really should have, like, 1,000 ammo. Because with 250 ammo and no scope or crutch, it's still not possible to hit things reliably. So we really only have, I'd say, like, 150 bullets in this thing at best. might say that's what the Excalibur's for. Alright. What are we supposed to kill bosses with? Our RPG, which fires one shot every 80 years now? Oh, you know what? Maybe eye patch actually makes our aim worse? I don't know. It doesn't matter right now. All that matters is the situation we find ourselves in. Okay. I mean, again, we have no keys, which is surprisingly... Look, I don't ask for sympathy on a lot of Gungeon runs. On the last run, we had a high-octane extravaganza, and we probably blew it a little bit. On this one, though, we have been bereft of keys the entire run. Our lockpick has not worked out for us once. Our red chest was great. I will admit, we did get a red chest. So, you know, I'm stoked about that. But we're also, like, completely bereft of useful items. I know I'm using bereft a lot, but it's a word that has, you know, very important implications right now. Because I believe that this is how our situation is actually going. I mean, we are on the 4th floor now. And we're using our default starting pistol. Why are we using our default starting pistol? Because we're out of ammo for everything else. But if we use the Excalibur, I don't think we have it ready for the boss fight. So, let's continue to explore with our starting pistol. We could try to use our lockpick, or we could just go fight the boss. And I actually feel like fighting the boss is smart. But I'm not going to do it, because I want to see if we can find another item room, or at least to get a key drop quickly. Why do I think fighting the boss is smart? Because we can use Excalibur, we can use the RPG, and if we get the Flawless, great. Even if we don't, we have a chance to get a gun. And we could use that gun to make the rest of this 4th floor a little easier. Okay, you know what? You gotta bust out something a little stronger for the Skelly at this point in our lives. But you know what? I am perhaps irrationally attached. I think you take camera ammo. I am irrationally attached to our Dragun streak. I feel like we should be able to beat the Dragun on almost every run. The fact that we have not done so yet does not make me happy. So let's see if we can still make it happen on this floor. Immerse Shotgun's good. We don't have the money really for anything. Like, we might be able to buy one thing in here, but I'm not going to worry about what we're going to buy just yet. I'm just going to use my... You know what? Let's not use our key yet, because we'll use the lockpick on whichever one ends up being worse. So for now, let's just go find our other item room. If we finish this run without beating the Dragun, I will be disappointed no matter how bad the run is. And this is actually, like, fairly terrible as far as Gungeon runs go. In terms of what the game has given us. Now, I'm not going to say that I've played, like, you know, a regular Last Grey Wolf here or anything like that. I'm just saying I think the game has not really met us halfway. We've mostly done okay, and I think the game has been fairly unkind to us. Not just with, you know, the items we have and the lack thereof, but also the lack of ammo, lack of keys, bad RNG, or, like, at least, you know, variance fucking us a little bit when it comes to our lockpick not working out once out of 3 times. I know, I recognize that, you know, with a 50% chance, 1 out of every 8 times you got a set of 3 lockpick charges, or lockpick uses stacked up together, you're gonna end up in that situation where they've all fucked you. 1 out of 8 is not terrible odds necessarily, unless it's like, you know, if you're looking at Russian roulette, you're probably like, those odds are terrible. And I'm happy about it, but, the metaphor made no sense. Either way, we've, you know, this is part of roguelites, is that every run is variance, or every run has variance. If you could please fart right off. Oh my god, I always forget these guys fire so quick. Are you seeing the spread on this gun? It's starting to strike me as a little bit silly. It must be eye patch actually changes your aim coefficient to make it absolutely horrible. So, you know what that means is that we should get the, oh, this one actually worked. Holy shit. We should get the, scope or crutch if we can find it. We are now going to go back and open the green chest. It's going to be a green level active or passive. We could take either. Really, at this point, I'm looking for, like, the orange. And if it's not the orange, I mean, I'll take it either way, but ideally it would be good for us. Okay, well, I mean, Napalm Strike, it's okay. Let's see what we got going on in here. It's the kill pillars, which actually have been relatively easy for us. In recent memory. But I don't think the RPG is the item to... Oh my god, I got hit because they bounced on me. I don't think it's the item of choice here. We use the Excalibur instead because of its piercing. I'm not super thrilled with the fact that we're not going to get the Flawless here, but it does appear like we'll probably live. And that's more than maybe I would have expected if you had told me how this floor had, you know, started early. But I'm mostly, I gotta be honest, I'm a little disappointed with the kill pillars lack of Flawless here, especially considering we had 3 blanks. Mind you, the blank wouldn't have stopped them from stepping on me unless it pushed them back, but still feel like we had the power within us. Okay. This guy does have a little bit of HP left. I'll still use Napalm Strike when it comes up. Maybe I won't. We're pretty close to getting the kill here. Yeah, not necessary. Okay, we lived, and we got slower monster bullets, right? Slower enemy bullets. It's okay. In the end, I'm happy that at least, I'm just trying random rooms now, but at least we're, gonna have a chance on the 5th floor. And this is not to say that I'm giving up hope. Really can't afford anything in here. It's not to say at all that we're giving up hope. It's just that, Jesus Christ, this run has not been my bag baby so far. If we can beat the Dragun, and I think that that's actually fairly, you know, I'm apprehensive about the idea of predicting that right now. I would at least leave this run being like, you know, the average Dragun kill puts me at like a 5 out of 10. This one would put me at like a 7. Because this has been quite difficult. And really, the only thing we fucked up on, we fucked up the Treadnaught and we fucked up kill pillars. I don't think that that makes too much of a difference in our run right now. If we get those Flawlesses. You know, just more HP containers to fill, possibly. We'd have 2 more HP right now. But we wouldn't be at almost full HP, you know what I mean? So it's kind of hard to explain. Okay, had to double back there, but this is a short room as far as this room archetype goes, so believe you me, I recognize that we do have Napalm Strike. Probably should be using it, but this room doesn't seem Napalm Strike worthy to me. We also, like, you know, I'm not giving this run up if we beat the Dragun. Like, I'm not so excited to have beaten the Dragun that, you know, oh, it's a win. We need to get the chests on this floor is basically what I'm trying to say, is that I am still holding out hope that maybe we're just one amazing item drop away from having a chance at bullet hell. Even though I think that that's fairly naive. I don't think we're one drop away from bullet hell. I think we're probably many, many drops away from bullet hell. Yeah, I was watching those bullets come in. Even with slow enemy bullets, that was a hard one to chart here. At least, you know, 1 or 2 of those bullets actually hit, so that's good. Okay, got the camera. I turn my camera on. It carries me for 14 floors. You know, Spoon, 2005. Gimme Fiction. I mean, I agree. It's not the, like, most impressive album. I'm still a, you know, ga sort of guy if we're talking about Spoon albums, but... That's not to say it wasn't, you know, a solid outing in its own right. Okay. At least the enemy bullets are slower, which, I mean, we hold these truths to be self-evident, I suppose, but it's real annoying having to deal with this shit on a regular basis. Thank God. At least we got another blank. I mean, I think we're playing okay so far. We're gonna be out of Tommy gun ammo, but the Tommy gun matters not. I think the big thing for us is having enough money to buy ammo, or getting 1 or 2 ammo drops so we can get the Excalibur and maybe the hegemony rifle, I don't know, up to full ammo again. At first I thought it was the hegemony rifle that was so bad. Now I realize that it's definitely, unless the pilot just has terrible aim to begin with, it's the eye patch that's fucking us here. But you can see how the eye patch should be incredible if you just got, you know, the scope, the crutch, homing bullets, anything like that. He should be dead. Underestimated it by 1 bullet there. Ooh, brain, you're broken. Alright. I mean, that shouldn't have been that hard to begin with, but we only have 4 bullets left in our Tommy gun. Hilarious! The greatest pilot run of all time continues. So what do? It's quite simple. We go camera rogue special. And the camera's almost out of bullets. And that's really where I say I want to get off this ride. So we'll take Excalibur ammo for now, because that's our boss. I wouldn't say guarantee, but it's our boss thing. After that, I think we take hegemony rifle ammo, but I don't know. We might want to take camera ammo, actually, just to... Because we can roll... This room's not a good example because it's so easy, but we can probably roll camera, rogue special, and live long enough to finish this floor. We're waiting on a miracle to win the run. But to finish this floor, I think as long as we've got camera ammo, there's a fucking chance. Just wanted to kill the other guy back there to avoid complications. We're trying to avoid complications. You know, the Californication, Red Hot Chili Peppers. I mean, Californication's not their best album. You know, it's no blood, sugar, sex, magic, but it's not to say it wasn't a solid outing. I mean, at this point, the half hearts, why not, man? I'm for it. Probably gonna use the lockpick here. Beautiful. We could have waited until we got to the shop, but I gotta be honest with you, I'm pissed at this run, and I don't want to give it, like, the satisfaction of paying for things in its stores. So, I decided just to use the lockpick on it, and you know what? I'd do it again, even knowing the outcome. Is that idiotic? Absolutely. But I'm being stubborn right now, and I feel like I have the right to be stubborn given the quality of the run. You know what? We have the Excalibur. We have 3 blanks. Now seems like the right time to go for this Dragun kill. And we're not going to leave the floor, probably. Well, we're going to blank anyway because of that wave in there, so... Pretty sure Napalm Strike actually does nothing, but I figured we'd go for it regardless. Not quite the potency I was looking for. Well, how many times are you going to hear me explain how I wanted to use a blank but didn't quite get it out properly against the Dragun and cost ourselves a potential flawless? But again, in most runs, I think the flawless is what, you know, it makes a big difference, let's put it that way. I think in this situation, we're lucky or unlucky enough that really the flawless makes no difference here. The only thing that saves this run at this point is like an actual miracle, so... Oh, these guys have gotta go. It's a lot easier to do this room if you're not on fire, I've noticed. Okay, we've only got 58 bullets left in Excalibur here. No blanks as well. Well, it looks like we are probably going to at least beat the dragon. I'm not reloading one bullet, I'll tell you that much. Let's get the RPG out. We only have 12 bullets left in the RPG. It's like... It's not like we're really killing it on that front either. Do we even have bullets left in anything else? Gungeon, I love you. I don't know whether to kill you or kiss you. Because this is a little bit of a silly run. It hasn't been slow. Like, I'll give it that. I can't believe I didn't get hit there. It's been relatively fast, which is amazing to me. You want a real, you know, scary stories sort of situation here? What if we didn't get the camera on this run? How much worse is this run if we don't get the camera? And is the answer all of the worse? I think it is. On the bright side, this pretty much shows that, you know, barring complete catastrophe, I should not have stood there, a Dragun kill is, like, almost always plausible. As long as you enter the fight with, like, at least some HP. Now, don't get me wrong, I recognize that we're going to be killing this Dragun and his heart without having any weapons except for the rogue fucking special. I can't believe that over the course of this entire run, we never really picked up a half-decent room clear. I'm talking as if the run is in post-mortem already, but look, I'm just being realistic right now. And that's not one of those things where someone's like, oh, I probably failed that exam. And they're like, come on, what are you talking about? You have like a 90 in the course. I'm not being pessimistic, I'm just being realistic. Oh, surprise, I got an A+. I thought I did really bad. How'd you do, B+? Yeah, it was pretty hard. I thought I failed, but actually I got 100 on it. You know, it's not like that. If you actually look at the things that are happening on this run, we are, like, eating shit, and then the game is like, oh, monsieur, how does this shit taste? And we're going, oh, it's pretty bad. Like, even in this situation, I don't necessarily feel confident that we're going to win this Dragun fight. And we have it 95% of the way down, basically. The other question is, what the fuck are we going to do on Bullet Hell, which is substantially harder than the Dragun fight? Like, we have no ammo for anything. So what do? I mean, I think if you go down to Bullet Hell... I forgot how to say the word there, but if you go down to Bullet Hell, you just die. I also, by the way, if you're wondering why I'm not using Napalm Strike, the heart, it, like, exists above the ground, so I don't think it does anything for us here to use Napalm Strike, but you might be right, but I may be crazy, but it just might be the lunatic you're looking for. Anyway, so we have to look for the shop, and I don't know what you buy there. Even ammo doesn't seem that valuable because it just buys you a little bit of time. So I think the ideal outcome for us from the shop is a maybe a pill that ends our life painlessly, and then barring that, because I don't think that's an actual item in the game, I think you got to go with perhaps a good gun, because the gun comes with full ammo. This is what you get for getting rid of the flame hand, loser. The gun comes with full ammo, and if it's a good gun, then, you know, we got that going for it as well. We do still have the camera, so we can, like, open rooms with a few shots from that and then finish it off with the rogue special, but this is hell. This is like the kind of run that should not be allowed to exist. Is this punishment for fucking up the last one? Well, we've done it. We've continued our streak of killing the Dragun, but, good God. And God love it. It's a surprise to find you can't stop it. There's our, you know, there's our money. Okay, well that actually took so long that I am a different person on the way out than I was on the way in. Literally just have camera and rogue special. Everything else is out of ammo. And the camera only has 7 bullets. Exquisite. You just let him burn. Usher style. Caught something on the Usher tour, he had to let it burn. Please, please, please. Actually hit the enemy. I'm actually, like, on my knees begging here. Oh, there's really nothing. Oh my god. Well, it was just my imagination running away with me. Oh, was it just my imagination running away with me? We got the Mega Hand in one of nature's cruelest jokes. You have now given me hope. Okay, that's a great start there. You've now given me hope. We have 2 HP. Very few means of which to replicate it. But we do have a room clearer that is highly ammo efficient. Seems to synergize nicely with alpha bullets. And you waited until the last possible minute. Just when I thought I was out, you pulled me back in again. Now, do we have much of a chance here? No. Just be, you know, straight up with you there. But we may have a chance now, which is stupid. We should be dead. We probably should have died on the Dragun fight. But we didn't. Instead, you know, here we are. I'm not going to use the Mega Hand in order to hurt you. I know that that's what you desire, and that's why I will not allow it. Gotta... As ammo efficient as the Mega Hand is, you gotta try to maximize its efficiency, I think. I'm trying to make sure that, like, almost every bullet, at least when we need it to be an alpha bullet, it's an alpha bullet. We probably don't need it to be an alpha bullet on these guys. But probably a good habit to get into. I know what you're thinking. Has NL given up? Did his morale die on the last floor? The answer to that question is no. I'm still all in here, as stupid as it makes me feel. To come out of this run with a win is a story that I just cannot refuse to be a part of. I want this win. And I want this win a lot. It's a weird way to describe that, but I really want this win, is how you humans say those words, I think. By the way, I am going to use the napalm strike. It just didn't seem appropriate on this room. Okay, so we've already... Oh, no, we haven't handled this entire side. It would be merciful if the game allowed us to find the boss fight fairly quickly. It would show a great deal of compassion. Just in case, I feel like we get a decent amount of value out of that. He's gonna burn. Now it's just a matter of principle, but... Alright. Hey, at least we started that guy off on the right foot. Alpha bullets would have killed him. You know it's true. Not done yet. Oh, done. We got a key. Just in time. Every half-heart changes our world right now. Remember, this room gets a lot harder. I really mean that. Every half-heart completely changes the game. The bullets never stop. keep going to the right here. So far, so good. What are we going to use against the boss? I mean, the Mega Hand is not traditionally the right choice there, but when it's between that, 6 camera bullets, and our starter pistol, makes the decision somewhat easier, I'd say. These rooms are going down real easy so far. You know what? We found the secret room. Now, the secret room, I believe at this point of the game, is always a gun muncher. And it's like an insatiable gun muncher. It could take infinity guns. Well, probably not infinity, but I think it's worth giving up every gun except for the ones that we have ammo for. So let's hope this works out for us. If it doesn't, it doesn't. We don't even give a shit about the RPG. We basically don't give a shit at the camera, or about the camera at this point. We don't really give a shit about the hegemony rifle. We don't give a shit about the Tommy gun. Now, we do give a shit about the Excalibur and the Mega Hand. And it just will not take our starter pistol. So, I really don't think we lost much there. Any ammo is, like, just as well served going into our, you know, Mega Hand, I think. In fact, it's probably substantially better served going into our Mega Hand. Wow, I can't believe we got out of there. The fact that we have Excalibur ammo at least gives us, like, a secondary weapon to use against the Lich. Maybe a primary weapon, I don't know. More ammo. We'll take that for the Mega Hand. You know? Because it's a smart decision. This would be a great opportunity, by the way, if Ring of Chest Friendship really wants to start... Oh, no. If Ring of Chest Friendship really wants to start making some friends... Perhaps you could consider giving me some chests, for example. And I'll be the first to tell you. Things have gone a little sour in the past couple of rooms. I'm just not gonna panic about it. Wait for some red hearts to drop. The majority of rooms have still... What? There's no path there! The majority of rooms have still been pretty easy. Still not panicking. I recognize that I may have shown outward signs of panic while saying I wasn't going to panic. That was a test. I was testing you. I was testing your faith. And I gotta be honest, you didn't let me down. Oh, not a jammed. Not a jammed! Okay, well, that took a couple of years off my life. I can't believe we're still in this, man. I don't care. Create the skelly. See if I give 1 to 2 shits. I'll be honest with you, I don't. Just peek out from behind the corner, take out one enemy, rebuild your HP from the ground up. These guys are not so bad. And certainly, like, 100% not worthy of Mega Hand ammo, I'll tell you that much. I can't believe that we've made it so far into bullet hell. Runs a lot worse than this. I will make an exception here. Runs a lot worse than this have died a lot earlier. Or sorry, runs a lot better than this have died a lot earlier than this. This guy's gonna go. We can make it, we can make it. Just play tactically. Look, the odds of you actually defeating the Lich are astronomical. But to at least be a part of the Lich conversation, to make it down to that Lich fight, is a colossal victory when it was looking a little dicey that you might even have a chance on the Dragun. So, let's not worry too much about, you know, winning the World Series yet. Let's just go out there and have a good inning. And then we'll worry about, you know, winning the World Series later. World Series is just consists of several good innings, I think. Dude, the Mega Hand totally compensates for the scope. The fact that it actually, or the compensates for the eye patch. The fact that it actually hits reliably is like 100% foreign to me on this run. And it makes the eye patch quite a good bit better, I think. Even this guy doesn't scare me that much. What we should be scared of are the thwomps. Like, that room covered a lot of space and didn't really present much problem. We made it. We fucking made it. Okay. What do you do here? Well, I think you just try to kick his ass. Now, don't expect this to go spectacularly. To be honest with you, I'm just happy to be a part of this run. And I think that, at the very least, we can be happy that this is almost certainly... Oh, that was real dumb of me. This is almost certainly the worst run I've ever had that's actually made it this far. It's good. You're picking your tangents properly here. That's like my ideal attack. Please do that more often. Oh, I love circles. You know what? Take some time to take out the minions here. Just makes your life that much easier. Just hit him one more time. Done. Okay. How did that go? I mean, I'd say it went pretty well, honestly. I really did not expect to make it to the second phase of the Lich fight over the course of this video, so I would say that this is like a colossal success so far. That's pretty cool. We still have one blank remaining. Do you use the Excalibur here? I mean, I don't think so. I think you just go... Continue to go straight up Mega Hand action. Because it hasn't given you a reason not to yet. Now, I recognize, by the way, there is some defensive component to the Excalibur, but I think the defensive component to the Excalibur is largely overstated. I think it tends to be pretty bad. So the dodge there is like this. Oh, I shouldn't have stood so close. Faked him out, or has he faked me out? No, I think I faked him out. Don't know if I should have dodged back into the center there. I created my own prison, Scott Stapp style. Holy shit, we're gonna make it to the third phase of the Lich fight. Now, this is a real surprise. Certainly the worst run we've ever done that has a literal chance at victory. I still think our odds are pretty terrible. We have 0 blanks and half of our heart, or half of one heart. That's not a good situation. This requires focus. Well, at the very least, we asked for a miracle, and I still think the game gave it to us, even though we died at the end of this. I'm still super stoked with how this went down. Oh, if I'd only gotten hit like one less stupid time, we probably would have done that. But look at that. Look at the items that we have there. Rest assured, I recognize that we did give away like 4 guns that were out of ammo. But dude, I'm more proud of this run than I am of several of our Lich victories. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.